Okay, kids, next video on 6.7. I've had several questions on some of these. Thank you for your questions. Again, if you can be as specific as possible on your questions, then I can better help you. All right, so 6.7, called Other Angle Relationships in Circles. All right, and again, these are all they have to be in a circle, involved with a circle. All right, so this is my brief explanation of what's in those boxes on the assignment. The first box on your papers, theorem box, all right, has a picture like this. What you notice is you have a secant line right there, tangent line right here, all right, and I've shown in blue an angle right there, angle XYZ. This is an inscribed angle. Even though it's not two secants, it is a secant and a tangent, therefore that angle in blue is inscribed. And just like that, the angle on the other side, angle WYZ, is also inscribed. Okay? All right, now, what we also see is that these two arcs that are being formed, YXZ, all the way around, and the other side, ZPW. Let me do that in pink. Okay, together, these two arcs are 360 degrees. In other words, they go all the way around. All right. Well, that gives us a little bit of information because we've gone the whole 360. All right. So the measure, it's just the same as in 6.6. These inscribed angles are 1/2 their inscribed arc. Okay, so the measure of angle ZYW, that's this one over on this side, the pink one, it is 1/2 the measure of arc ZPY. Okay, so if you're given one, you have the other. All right, the measure of angle XYZ is 1/2 arc YZ. Okay, YZ. I could say YXZ there if I wanted to. All right, so now box two. Okay, we have secant lines which are crossing through a circle. Okay. Right here we have two secant lines that could also apply to two chords. All right, and I've labeled it A, B, C, D. The points, it is point P there. It is not the center of a circle. Center of a circle will be down there. And I've numbered the angles, angle 1 and angle 2. All right, so this is a very straightforward process. The measure of angle 1 is going to be 1/2 arc AB plus arc DC. All right. Or I've written it another way, measure of arc AB plus the measure of arc DC divided by 2. Okay. Now notice that any time you add two numbers together and you divide by 2, you are doing an averaging process. That may help you remember what's happening here. Okay, and angle 2, just the same way, not the same arcs, is equal to 1/2 AD plus BC. All right, so if you're given one of these arcs and angle 2, you can find the third. If you're given the two arcs, you can find the angle, and so on and so forth. Again, 3 items here to find, and we need to be given 2 of the 3. All right, now, next box, which is the third theorem in lesson 6.7. Okay, that involves pictures like this. We have an outside angle being formed right there. There's 3 different types of drawings that you're going to see here. All right, the equation and method for them all is exactly the same. All right, so and each time you are solving for that angle which is occurring outside that circle. All right, I like to, in order to remember this, I always think to myself, big arc, little arc. Okay, the big arc is farther away from that point, the little arc is closer. All right, and the equation here is going to be the measure of that outside angle is equal to 1/2 the big arc minus the little arc. Subtraction. We're doing subtraction here. Okay, so in every one of these, that is the exact same case. All right, so this one, angle 1 would be 1/2 AB minus CD, and those are the arc measures. On case 2, well, in case 1, we have two secants. Case 2, we have a secant and a tangent. The big arc is right here. The little arc is right there. And again, we do 1/2 big arc minus little arc. All right, case 3. Right here's the angle. Out here we have the big arc, L and M. In here we have the little arc, LM. And it is the same, exact same equation. 1/2 the big arc minus the little arc equals that measure of that angle. Now this one creates an interesting situation because these two arcs together go all the way around the circle. So there are some problems that you might think are a little more difficult, but we use this all the way around the circle type of idea. All right, so like it says here, I think of this whole set of problems as big arc minus little arc. Okay, but you got to remember the 1/2. All right, so I'm going to stop that video there.